When I first started looking at rotary lasers for my small renovation business, I kept hearing the same story. You buy something that looks perfect on paper, set it up, and then discover it can't quite handle the kind of indoor-outdoor mix you actually need. That hesitation is real, and the last thing anyone wants is to spend a few $100s on a tool that either falls short on a job site or ends up gathering dust in the garage. I've spent the past week swapping this unit between a basement remodel, a backyard deck layout, and a quick shop floor level check, so I can tell you whether the Stabila LAR350 lives up to the promise of fully self-leveling, without the hidden compromises. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the biggest draw of this kit is the way it handles both horizontal and vertical planes without you having to manually adjust a tripod every few minutes. The self-leveling mechanism kicks in as soon as you power it on, and the laser stays steady even when the tripod is nudged a little. In my basement, where the floor is a bit uneven and the ceiling slopes toward one side, the LAR350 managed to keep a perfectly straight line across both dimensions. That meant I could run my chalk line for drywall without stopping to relevel every 10 feet. The dual slope function, which lets you set an inclination of up to 5 degrees, is exactly the feature you need when you're laying a sloped deck or setting a concrete slab that needs a slight crown for drainage. I set it to a 1-degree slope and watched the line tilt consistently across the whole 40-foot span. No drift, no surprise jumps. What really sets the Stabila kit apart in day-to-day use is the LED assist. The integrated LEDs glow bright enough to see the laser point in dimly lit interiors, which is a lifesaver when you're working in a basement after the lights go out or in a garage where you don't want to crank up the floodlights. The LEDs also act as a safety reminder. You can see the unit from a distance, so no one accidentally walks into the beam during a busy job. The patented Stabila protector system, which encloses the laser head in a sturdy cage, gave me confidence when I accidentally knocked the tripod against a steel pipe. The laser didn't shift, and the protector kept the optics from taking any direct impact. Now, no tool is perfect, and the LAR350 does have a few trade-offs that matter once you bring it out of the box. The biggest practical weakness is the weight. Even though the kit comes with a 9-piece bag that makes transport easier, the unit itself feels a bit heftier than some competing rotary lasers you'll see for a similar price. On a long job where you have to carry it up a flight of stairs or across a rough construction site, that extra pound can add up. If you're a solo contractor who moves between rooms all day, you might find the weight a minor annoyance. On the other hand, for a crew that already has a dedicated tool cart or a vehicle to haul it, the weight isn't a deal breaker. Another point to consider is the battery life. The LAR350 runs on a rechargeable lithium-ion pack that promises several hours of continuous operation, and in my tests it delivered close to 4 hours before the indicator turned amber. That's fine for a typical day's work, but if you're planning an all-day outdoor layout with the laser running the whole time, you'll need to bring a spare pack or a quick charger. The kit does include a standard charger, but the charging time is about 3 hours, so you can't just plug it in and expect it to be ready for a second shift immediately. The included accessories are practical enough for most small to medium projects. You get a sturdy tripod, a rotating base, a protective case, and a few mounting brackets that let you attach the laser to a wall or a piece of scaffolding. I found the wall mount bracket especially handy when I needed a reference line at a height that a tripod couldn't reach without making the whole setup unstable. The only thing missing, if you're a heavy-duty user, is a more robust remote control. The included manual alignment button works well, but you have to walk up to the unit to change the mode or start the laser. For a large commercial job where you might be standing 30 feet away, a wireless remote would have saved a few steps. So who should actually buy this Stabila LAR350? If you're a DIY homeowner tackling a mix of interior trim, floor leveling, and small outdoor projects, this kit offers a reliable self-leveling laser without the need to buy separate horizontal and vertical units. The dual slope feature is a genuine time saver when you need to grade a surface, and the LED assist makes it usable in low-light conditions that would otherwise force you to bring in extra lighting. Small contractor teams that already have a method for transporting tools will also appreciate the durability.